and tough. Brother, he was rough. He had folks all scared to death. Why, when he walked by, they held their breath. He was a fighting man, sure enough. Some bad baby still took himself a wife. Now he leads a different life. Big bad Billy, he's with him now. Married life has changed him somehow. He's the man that they all used to fear. Now the people call him Willie Dear. He was stronger than cancer, I declare, till a brown-skinned Delilah just bobbed his hair. Big fat and don't mind anymore.
You just watched the finished edit of this. I am still editing it, so this might be a little glitchy. This I've done before. This was a later thing I did. It's a black piece of poster board you could buy back in the day, like in the late 70s. You can still buy them today. And I took a pen and I poked holes and poked holes and poked holes. And when you put it on a window in a bright daytime, it made an awesome star background. That's what I did a couple things. There's some other shorts. I don't know if I ever get them transferred, where I had a couple space scenes, like the, what was the one? I can't think now. Anyway, they made really good star backgrounds, and I could hang my ships in front of them, but they look stupid. But the stars look pretty cool, at least back then, for something you did practical. So anyway, so then this is just a Galaxy. I never really finished it. I was gonna put a logo under here. It came out, it said Galaxy Films, because that's what that was my original thing. Then it was me, Colbert Motion Pictures. I had a new logo, which is on. Part of this film is the last couple reels I did after I got in a relationship with stepkids, and I kind of blew off my buddy, my buddy John, in filming. He went off to college. Anyway, so the time period of these shorts is a little rough, because I started filming stuff in like '79 when I met John in school, and he showed me about Harold Lloyd and stuff like that, and he had already messed with Super 8 film before. Anyway, so long story short, so you just got staring at this, is this movie and a couple other ones I would have done somewhere between 81 and 83, because I got in a relationship in 83. But I'm wearing a Loverboy jersey or baseball shirt that I got at the concert. I believe it's from the 81 tour, because I saw two. I think I must have seen Get Lucky in that tour, and I'm not sure, but the shirt's so wore, you can already see at one point I put it on later and it just fell apart, so it was so thin. I just wore it every week though, so 50 some washings in 1 year. Yeah, I'm not sensitive. Anyway, so let's continue. And this is some footage left. I live with my girlfriend and the kids. We lived in the housing in Titusville. There's some of that. I really didn't do much movie filming. I was doing some experiments. I had a roll film still. I did some, I don't know, anyway, for this, we're going to comment on this. This came back from the Walmart transfer with these glitches in it. I figured they would take a frame at a time, which would be the modern way, and then just put it together. But that's not how it turned out. So, because you can see right here, there's a split frame. So if it was taken frame at a frame, it wouldn't have that, as far as it shouldn't anyway. Anyway, that's the stepkids, and it jittered in before the movie, so I just combined them two to make them, I thought they worked out pretty good. I like to use natural stuff. It's not a mistake. What's Bob Ross say? A little accident? That's me tapping on the record player in the back room with this song. is my parents' car lot, my dad and my brother. This is a little shack they had. That was my brother's pop machine, so I could access the key. And we dropped this, and it goes to the hill by Pitt. There's a steep hill. And I chased Pop, and you can see the Pop squirting out, so I had to kick it to keep it going. To try to keep it, I was like playing soccer with it to get it to roll down the hill. And you can see the paper label I'd made comes off at one point, but I really like it anyway. It worked out. I had to lighten this. This was kind of dark. And, you know, remember, you only had a viewfinder. You had to set the thing, hope the automatic iris or whatever worked properly when you were filming back then, and you didn't know until you got it back, and you didn't film a lot of extra shots. If you thought you got it, you got it. I do not remember now if there was extra film. We had to edit this together, then we, you know, I sent it in. I guess we got the sound stripe put on it, and then we edited it, we put the sound on it, so the sound was off. But the sound did not come back from the transfer. I don't think I wanted to pay for it. So there's this garbled sound. So I'm thinking, well, if you're going to let the sound bleed out anyway, why am I getting charged for it? Just leave it on. So that's kind of sucks. Anyway, continue. So I run down the hill, kicking the can, and then my friend Bruce Pratt, I have him down in the original credits as camera. I would say he probably filmed a lot of it, but I don't know, because at this point, my old Valari station wagon I got for working at the car lot to drive is somebody's driving. I don't remember if it's John. I think it's John, because he knew what we were going to do, and Bruce was just, well, the camera's on a tripod, so I don't know what all Bruce filmed. When it's moving and me and John are in the shot, I know Bruce filmed it. And then this scene here, I run super fast because we wanted to do that. John made a, there was a Goodyear blimp that you could buy. It was a model kit, and it had a revolving thing so you could have a light up message, and you made messages for it, just like the Goodyear blimp. Anyway, he took one, he had one, and he took it apart and made a timer for Super 8 film. So that speeded up thing was done in the camera in a film cartridge. He did a thing with the batteries where he took out, and he made the camera run on like one battery, I guess. Would that slow it down? Whatever. That's how he did it, so then it would go, no, that would make it go slower. Anyway, whatever he did, he timed it, and it made it work. We used it in the Pool Sharks, too, which is another film we did down at TikTok. We have a little scene where we're jerking around the board, and that was filmed that way. I think, unless we did that with the time, we might just click the shutter, because on those old cameras, the one I owned was one of them Kodak ones, and it had no one frame at a time. You had to just click it real quick. That's what he used that thing for. When you put that timer in there and it only used one battery, it made it run a lot slower, so you could get really close to one frame. So it worked for animation, which I did at the end of this. I did several other animations at times, but I don't know where they all are. I had something with cassette tapes, and one of them's Hey Poppy. Alright, back to this. Oh, Valari Station. I drove that a long time and finally killed it. The can's all mangled. My hair looks terrible. There's that Loverboy shirt. Nice glass. John was cool. I hadn't seen him for 46 years, I guess. Or wait, 43 years. Wait, I didn't see him since I went to Styx and he was going to Pitt, and I went to his place before the concert and hung out at Pitt for a little bit. And then I went off and went and seen the show and drove home. But it had been in '83 for Kilroy this year, so that was the last time. I think I was supposed to see him when he came back up the next time, and I blew him off because I was in my relationship, and I think something made me feel bad, so whatever. It's a long time ago. Everything's too late now. I was hoping to reconnect with him. I found him on Facebook, but I don't think he'd been on there for a long time. So I think he became an engineer, part-time amateur astronomer. I don't know how amateur. He was always smart. He got like, I know he was like, what is it for school? He got the head thing, you know, the letter varsity thing. I don't know. And I don't know, probably knowing him, he probably got something good in college too. Anyway, so the first atomic explosion was, I just threw a thing off, not necessarily news, and it came up War Games or whatever. I don't remember what segment of Not Necessarily News, but it was in black and white. I filmed it off the TV at the car lot where we filmed the outside of this, and it just had a little black and white TV in it. So, but I finally, when I was with my ex, or my stepkid's mom, I filmed some of these. I think that's when I probably would have filmed these other atomic explosions off the color TV. I probably saw there was a show on, so I got the camera out and filmed it. I don't really know. I'm just guessing at this point in life. I think the music fit, and it was something. I just got that free record, and I used it in my TC the Pack Rat videos, so then it became part of this, but I changed it around. I'm sure it's 82. And then where this ended, there was a thing, the end of the song, I cut it off because I'm saying something. And the original part I used on my other video, I cut it off here, and I just took the second song, the ukulele song, and just cut it right to it when it goes to this credit. And I kind of like it. There's a click in the record. But I was going to add something here about the other stuff, but I figured I'm already doing this. Anyway, I appreciate you taking time to listen to this if you did, and I hope you got something out of it. Maybe leave me a comment what you think of this crap that I filmed on Super 8. My buddy John taught me a lot of stuff back then. And after Star Wars, I really wanted to be a filmmaker. I basically consider myself a failed one. So, anyway, thanks again. I like the sound. I just left it. I still like that click, and it works out great.